don't funk with racism. We don't funk with people who don't support the LGBTQ plus community. And baby, we damn sure don't funk with anybody who don't love a beautiful black queen, baby. You see this tape.
You don't let nobody act black and then go home and be white.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip in the average Negro.
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Morgan Gray, and I would like to welcome you back to the Afrocentric Podcast. Woo woo! Yeah, I love this. Look, this episode is a love letter dedicated to Black women. It is my belief that Black women is the glue that holds the community together. And although Black women are the blueprint, she is often ridiculed and berated by the media, society, and the Black community, as well as by other Black women. It is my shared goal, as well as with my guest, Aspen Humes, to discuss the progress of the modern Black woman and ways to uplift her in this dynamic community. All right, let's go ahead and get it popping. Let me go ahead and introduce you, Aspen. Aspen Humes is a senior communication studies student with a double major in political science and social justice. At the ripe age of 12 years old, they began to notice a world of isms that created inequality within certain groups and made it their mission to fight them. Aspen is an advocate for racial and health equality, especially as it pertains to the South. Her area of research is centered on radical health and environmental disparities in the South. In her free time, Aspen volunteers with 5 Horizon Health Services in Starkville and works with the More Than Numbers Youth Program, Inc., helping high school seniors transition into college. They plan to continue their activism and advocacy through a future career in public health. Give it up for Aspen Hills.
Oh my gosh, stop the applause.
Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka.
I'm so happy to have you.
Girl, I'm happy to be here. We finna chop it up.
Yeah, I'm excited. I just hope that people are able to feel the love radiating from this episode, because I don't feel like Black women are getting enough love, especially today, especially with the rise of misogyny.
Everything.
Have you been seeing the rise of misogyny war in the Black community?
Girl, with Black men, with what we doing right now, these podcasts, I be seeing it, I be hearing it, and it just, I'm so happy to be gay. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not y'all hetero monkey girls struggling. I sure the fuck am. I'm scared. I keep on telling people no. So I was on Tinder the other day, and this white man, he had DM me, and he was telling me I looked cute, and I said, this nice, but I'm scared of white men. And he just unmatched with me and went on about his business, but that's the truth. I'm scared of all men.
No, white men especially.
No. Yeah. No, I'm gonna say it over and over again, y'all. I can't do it with no pink meat.
The pink meat, not it.
No, the pink band-aids good, because when they be intertangling with each other, they look like 2 band-aids.
I ain't finna play with you. I ain't finna play with you.
Like 2 little bars of soap.
Oh no.
Yeah, girl, they like 2 little tangled paper towels. I love that for they people. Which podcast do you think is the worst, the Andrew Tate or the Fresh and Fit podcast?
I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know. I don't follow none of them.
You don't see like none of the videos on your TikTok algorithm at all?
I be seeing them. I don't know the names, but any man with a microphone.
Oh, yes. Stop niggas with microphones 2022.
2022, 2023.
That shit go hard. I'm gonna turn it into a t-shirt.
Okay.
I'm gonna tack that on my booty. Look, so So, yeah, the podcasting men, not all of them, because there are some men out here doing some good work. Shout out to Honorable Tote. He is out of Memphis, and he has a podcast for the Black community out there, and he be putting people on game. He's also a comedian too.
Mm-hmm.
So, we ain't, because I'm really big on not putting everybody in a large category.
I feel that.
Like, because that you can never say all, especially as a historian, but these podcast niggas showing their ass.
Okay, look, you a historian. I'm not. All these niggas
showing
their ass.
Let's come on, look, because I'm not that. That's the opposite of what I want to focus on today. I want to focus on the progress of Black women, just because statistically, Black women are doing really good. Like, Black women are number one to get degrees and get higher degrees. Black women are number one entrepreneurs in America right now. We on the rise. We making money. We making moves. So this is for y'all. This is for your grandmas, your aunties, your first, the baby mamas, all of them. This for y'all because y'all doing good and we see y'all. Shout out to the real bitches in here today. So let's go ahead and jump into the first question. So in her 1898 address to the National American Women's Suffrage Association meeting entitled The Progress of Colored Women, Mary Church Terrell discusses the intellectual progress of colored women. How have Black women progressed and where are we falling short?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, Black women, we doing the damn thing in the workforce, entrepreneurship, getting the education. And when I tell you Black women, we just get degrees for fun.
Yeah.
Like, literally just go and collect degrees for fun.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing to do in the house. Yeah. We getting something.
Lifetime students for real.
For real.
And it don't even just be like women our age in our 20s. It's Black women in their 40s and 50s going to night school, raising kids, whole families.
My auntie, she got 2 sons, been married for years. She went to college, got her degree, went into the military, is a 3 or 5-star general in the military. She worked at a hospital over the telecommunications and the IT department for the hospital. And she's still going back to school to do shit. She just like,
Aspen, what's your auntie name?
Tony Glover.
Yes, Tony, you did your big one, sis. We love to
still be going on missions. And like Black women, we just, that's the thing. Like, I feel like just because of the disenfranchisement, like just because we were told no for so long, like now that we can, and it's easier for us to do it, we're doing it.
And gonna do it and gonna continue to do it, as well as advocate and try to put other Black people in the way to be able to do the same thing that we're doing. And I love that for Black women so much. So as we have already discussed, Black women are doing well, but where are we falling short?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like, as it pertains to like work life or nothing, I don't feel like we're falling short there. I feel like it comes to that like personal level, like that self-care, that self-love, that healing. I feel like we just be so focused on trying to help everything around us as a community.
That is so true. So I actually read a book and it was talking about burdens, and it was talking about the burden of the Black woman and how Black women not only carry their burdens, but they also tried to carry the burdens of other people.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. It's nothing but exhaustive. And then we have generational trauma that is so completely unaddressed within our community. And as you said, like the lack of like awareness, mental health, and self-love outside of like getting your toes done and getting your hair done, like actually doing what the spirituals would consider shadow work.
Right. And it's just so much that impacts us as being Black women on a daily. Like a lot of Black women aren't taking that time to really, because I mean, we hit with racism, discrimination, sexism, colorism, like literally so much in education, in the job force, and in the streets, police brutality, abuse, like there's literally so much that hits Black women.
Don't be fucked around and be disabled or have a different religion
or a different sexuality from the norm.
That's real.
It's out. You're out there. And it's just, sometimes we just so focused on getting and going, because I mean, we've always had to, like even dating back to the slave days. I mean, we literally held the burden of everything. We was childbearing, we was working on the fields, we was taking care of the family.
Then the families were separated. That's what I mean by generational trauma. Like you have literally 400 years of generational trauma that is completely unaddressed, and it really hasn't been until like this century that the bulk of us have been starting to go to therapy for real. And you know what's crazy? I know you've seen the Black woman, the Black therapist Bree, that got fired for telling other Black men that they needed to go to therapy.
Literally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's something else that black women, we just always the first to do something and really step out. Black women going out, we doing that work on ourselves. We telling niggas to do the work, and it's an issue. They don't
want to hear it, and it's fine. And this going to be a future episode I want to talk about, because I'm really nervous for black men. They're falling behind. Like, they're falling behind far. Their incarceration rates are extremely high. I always say that black men are statistically the best fathers in America. That is something that they got going for themselves, but they're the lowest to be educated. And like, I don't feel like a lot of black men take advantage of like trades and stuff. A lot of them do, but it's a lot of them that just want to rap or go to either league.
Yeah, and that's them being a product of their environment. Some of them aren't even exposed to that stuff. It's really sad.
It is very sad. Yeah, it's very sad.
I was looking up some statistics the other day, and as of 2022 or 2021, black men are the biggest population to suffer from suicide.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, for a second, it was the Asian men that had extremely high suicide rates. I did not know that, but I completely believe it.
Especially with the stuff, happening recently in 2022, 2021. The rates have been ridiculous.
And I don't feel like black men really be checking on each other like talking about. They don't, and they don't advocate, they don't speak up. And when I be trying to tell black men to speak up, it's much more than telling your homeboy he wild, and it's like real life checking on them, more than sending Bible verses. It's about sending him a telecommunication link so he can go get on the phone with the therapist for free or something. Like they won't go out their way to research or do the work.
I have a friend named Bradley. And like he's a friend from high school, and I have like a group of friends from high school. They all girls, and it's probably like 2 guys, and it's like a group of 10. And he was talking to me about a few weeks ago, and he was like, I really am happy that I'm friends with like y'all, like the group of girls. Yeah, he was like, because he was like, like I'm not saying that y'all had to do the work, but in my relationships with my guy friends, they've never required me to look deeper at the situations that go on in my life. They never require me to think about how things are affecting me on a daily. And he was like, and being with y'all and seeing how y'all talk about y'all emotions and y'all are so open to learning. He was like, that shit is really inspiring. Like, niggas is not doing this.
No, they're not doing it. And it's really, really scary. And then it's also weird because they think it's gay to hang around women, which is very odd. Like, how are you getting advice about dating women from other men? Like, wouldn't you want to go to the source yourself? Does it make sense?
Yes. Like it makes sense to get it from the girls, from the people who got it.
From the people that you want it from, at the very least. And they won't take advantage of that. They won't listen to black women. Black women, all the shit that's going on right now, black women have foretold, foreshadowed, and warned everybody about, at least for the past, like, few decades.
Yeah.
And no one listened. And now look at us.
And then it's our fault. It's our fault.
Don't that sound like when they said, when it comes to dating, they say black women, it's your fault that you're dating black men because you need to pick better men. They blaming everything on us heteronormies.
Everything.
The straights. Yeah, we get blamed for everything.
Everything that happens and a black woman is involved, the finger gonna be pointed at her.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I picked the wrong nigga. I need to do better this time. I'm gonna do better, master. I promise. Where the better niggas at?
Literally. I mean, literally. A black woman get her car ran into. It was your fault that your car was there. A black woman get her house shot up by the police, ran in the middle of the night, and it's her fault because the address that she stayed at was mixed up with somebody who they was looking for.
I want to say, Aspen, that Mississippi has the highest black population out of any state in America. And it seemed to be that out of all these niggas here, ain't nan one of them worth shit. But I digress. I digress.
Not a nigga.
And ain't a nigga in sight. They be like, I'm gonna meet my husband when I leave Mississippi. I'm gonna be like all the niggas in Mississippi. Where you gonna go?
They probably gonna find them a Jacob.
Okay. They gonna find them an AI robot to go chat to. Ain't no niggas in fucking Mississippi. But I'm tired of talking about niggas. This is about my black women. This is about my queens.
On a tangent. But yes, black women, we falling a little bit short, and I'm not gonna say we falling short, but I feel like we just kind of slow at catching up to doing that self-love, taking self, and further than just like getting, like you said, getting our nails done, getting our hair done, like really taking the rest, taking the time,
or grounding yourself, meditating,
setting boundaries.
Yes, not going out to the club every fucking night because it ain't good for your mental health. I don't know. Another thing I do feel like Black women are falling short is with that crab in the barrel mentality, because they never, it seems like, when, especially with hometown hate, you are in your hometown,
yes.
They never want to see you win, and when you are winning, it's always how she do that. Why, if she could do it, I could do it, and I could do it better. Mm-hmm. And it's never, dang, I should become friends with her and we should both build together. I see the potential in her. Hopefully she'll see the potential in me and we can both work together and grow and build something, or I want to uplift another woman. That crab in the barrel mentality, number one, was systemically placed within the Black community to keep us all fucking oppressed.
Let's be for real.
I mean, it's terrible. And number two, I just think that in the year of our Lord 2022, it's just a little bit like old to be hating on bitches. I think I make it my personal business when I'm out in public to never put another Black person down, especially if I'm like in an academic class.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a Black girl in the back running that mouth and she's saying the dumbest thing ever. And I know what she's saying is wrong. And I'm a smart ass. I would never correct her in front of a room full of white people. Or let's say that I had beef with a Black historical figure. Let's say, hypothetically, I hated Angela Davis for some of her choices. I would never put her down or her ideology or her thought process down in front of another group of white people.
Yeah.
And I don't think people take that conscious like mindset to do stuff like that.
No, I feel that, because I feel like that's also my mission. Like, or even if I see like a Black woman just like struggling,
what?
It's let me help you, girl. Yeah. We gonna sit in this class together. I'm gonna sit by you. Yeah. We gonna do this work.
No.
We gonna.
If you at the gas station and you trying to buy Reloads and you 25 cents short, baby, here $1.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I was at Dollar General and this baby was like $5 short on some candy, and I just went ahead and bought the whole thing, and it shocked her. But like, they need that.
Yeah.
They need that, especially like young Black girls. They super need that. Just because you think it's hard to be a Black woman, just know like the modern Black girl, the modern Black teenager is going through hell. Them girls suicidal. Social media ruin their mind.
Literally.
I know it, and I hate it. They are bullying each other. They catching hate from every any direction, and I hate that for them so much because they deserve so much better.
I never thought about that, because I do know like social media has really opened up like just a space for hate. Like it's been a nice exchange of like culture, blah, 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 love, whatever. But it's just a breeding grounds of hate. And I feel like every time I log on social media, it's always something about Black women.
It is. That's why I refuse to put my face on TikTok. Because it give you too much access to too many people that want to do wrong and don't want to learn what's right.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do this podcast, because I wanted to take the opportunity. If you want to hear it, you can come find it. And all that other rah-rah extra bullshit
is birds.
No. Come here if you want to hear some real shit, because that's all they doing. They pandering. They fear-mongering, and they creating hate in different spaces for Black women, to the point where Black women feel like they ain't got nowhere to go and no one to talk to. And I hate that. They deserve so much more. Like I said, we are the blueprint. We are the glue that keep the community together. Come on, let's go. Let's go to the next question.
Hold on, wait. I got one more for you, because I was just thinking as we was talking, because this is a lot of shit that I see on social media. Something else that I feel like is really killing like the Black women, like just, I feel like a lot of us still succumb to like misogyny and misogynoir. And it's like
that colorism shit is terrible.
It's terrible. The colorism, when Meg Thee Stallion was shot by Tory Lanez,
they didn't believe her
because she was too tall, she was too thick. And she like, you calling her a man because she 5'11" and she thick. That's so beyond me. For the niggas' pleasure, so that niggas can give you a high five, a clap, and a like on your.
That's them pick-me women. That's them pick-me's. Again, a real Black woman would never tear down another, because you won't think of it. Like, it's not in my mind to just go around slandering and throwing hate on anybody. That's not you. That is a show tell of a type of person. If you're around somebody that's talking like that, that's going to affect and rub off on you. I just can't do it. That colorism is real bad, especially with the baby boomers. Lord, them Black baby boomers be quick to call somebody a nappy-headed Negro.
When I tell you, I go home, my dad's side, they light skin, and my mom's side, they're dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I be having to cry. I be like, you can't say that word. You can't say that, Grandma. You was beige. You was one shade off.
Now she khaki.
You was eggshell.
Ooh.
With a tint.
Ooh.
You can't. And it's like it really sucks because it's like I know she don't mean it.
No,
but it's just what they use. Yeah, that's just how they grew up.
But you know the difference between black women and white women. We gonna tell them that they wrong.
Yeah,
and we gonna educate them. I swear to God, I spend so much time educating my mama, my aunties, and stuff because I want to see them do better.
Yeah,
white women not gonna sit up there and educate their grandmas and granddaddies about all that racistness that they be spewing out their mouth. They never will.
No, they don't even correct their friends.
Mm-mm. No, they all assume that they all prejudiced together at the same time.
Man, that's one thing that get me about white women. How you gonna be for the people, but everybody you hang around racist, the nigga you date racist. Let's
be fucking for real.
Let's be for real. Okay.
All right, you guys. The second question. The phrase "lifting as we climb" was the motto of the National Association of Colored Women's Club. Lift seeks to build on legacies of struggle and determination, community, and hope like those of Mary Church Terrell and the countless educators who led efforts to promote educational opportunity and human rights. What are some ways that we as women can lift other Black girls and women up?
So the first thing I think we need to do is see each other as women and see each other as people. Because I feel like we so quick to just be snappy with each other. I don't like the way she said that. I don't like the way she looking. Da 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 da. First of all, we all Black women. We all come from a set of experiences. Black women go through so much shit,
and it's like we all share a shared life.
Yes,
we all go through the same shit, just at different times
and different. I can literally, all of my Black friends, my friends that are Black women, we have damn near the same experience. Just
different timeline.
In different intensity. But it's the same shit. And it's like, I feel like we don't give each other enough grace.
That is real.
We so quick to dismiss each other, but we got grace for that nigga who cheated on such and such. He done cheated on you 10 times. He done took your car to see another bitch, and you can give him chance after chance.
Mm-hmm.
You got some white bitch who disrespecting you, wearing braids, calling you all types of names.
And what you gonna say? I'm gonna say something next time.
But you got a sister who just a little bit misunderstood. Because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like every Black girl is misunderstood.
Yeah, I can see that too.
And it's like you so quick to dismiss. And I feel like we need to learn to give each other some more grace and get to like see each other, like, you know, like how you have to see your mom as a woman when you get older. You gotta see each other as women.
People. It is always going to be my argument that it is the responsibility of Black women to uphold and protect Black womanhood. Yeah. It is our responsibility, and we cannot expect nobody else outside of this very small community to do that. And you know what is crazy is the fact that it is yet still the Black woman's responsibility, in a sense, to keep together Black manhood as well. We always are the ralliers. We are always the ones that are going to bring each other together. Yeah. So yes, it is very important for us to humanize and see each other. So another point I wanted to bring up when it comes to Black girls, one thing I really, really hate is as Black women, we'll be so quick to call a young Black girl fast.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart, because why are you sexualizing a child? That's number one. And if you feel like what she's doing is sexual, instead of tearing her down in front of a group of people, how about you just educate Black women and not be educate young Black girls and not be so hard on them, being graceful and being patient with young Black girls. I think that shit is so problematic.
Yeah, I really feel like you know the phrase protect Black women. We gotta protect these young Black girls because it's so much shit that it's really annoying, because you see so many adults just write shit off. And in our community, we do that shit so often. So much can happen to a little Black girl, but we so quick to blame her when she reacts rather than what's causing her to act out in that way.
Mm-hmm. Give an example just for the niggas that don't see it.
So I'm gonna use the fast example.
Okay.
African American girls, little girls, Black girls are so likely, really any little girls of color, but we talking about black women, so we're gonna focus on black women. They're at an increased rate to be molested, sexually assaulted in some capacity at a young age. And typically a response to that is to act out sexually, to be more hypersexual, dress a certain way, act out, rebel. And we so quick to say they got an attitude problem.
Or they got a demon attached to them.
They got a demon attached to them. They fast. They just not right. They the problem child. They the black sheep. But it's like, what's causing that?
You know what's crazy is that a lot of older black women, they will put young black girls out because they fear that those young black girls will sleep with their husbands. And I think that is so strange. I feel like we really do need to be protecting these black girls from all these freaking predators. Did we not just see Tiffany Haddish and goddamn Aries Spears grooming black girls?
So I saw the film with the little boy. I didn't hear about
it was little boys. I didn't know it was little boys.
It was a film. They actually made a film with a skit.
I know this with the lawsuit.
Yeah. So what happened with the black girls?
That's the thing. Like, so Aries got up there and he did his big one with Lizzo, and it made people go and research his background and stuff. So when they was researching their background, they started to realize that they had an ongoing lawsuit where they both had been accused of grooming two girls. Now, and they said they've been grooming them like from a very young age. I want to say like from the age, one of them was 7 and one of them is 12, and they groomed them. Yes. So then on top of the damn thingy that was on the little skit, that's what they're connecting it to. They're not paying attention to the lawsuit. Everybody's paying attention to this skit that they've been putting on where to be a pedophile, where Aries is like a pedophilic uncle and Tiffany is a single mom that's leaving her child around the pedophilic uncle, and he is trying to like keep himself from harming the baby, and then he ends up grooming the child, and the child ends up like normalizing it in their head, and they thought the shit was funny.
Yeah. Okay, that's fucked up. What the fuck?
That's what we need to be praying for. Hollywood, Sodom and Gomorrah. Hollywood, hell.
Have you heard about Quinn Blackwell?
No.
Was it Diplo? It was I think it might have been Diplo. So she was like a popular Viner. And she was like, when Vine was popular, then when, TikTok came around, Instagram, Twitter, and she wanted to go into like music or whatever. It might have been Skrillex or Diplo. It was some like some old white man who does like, the little EDM, white people turn it up. Yeah.
Okay.
And so she was living with him because he said he was helping her with the project. He was grooming her. She was 16. Then it came out that he did the same thing to Azalea Banks. For her to get her breakout record, she had to have sex with him. She was nothing but 16, 17.
And that would explain so much of Azalea Banks' behavior. And it goes back to seeing people, like seeing people. Or Nicki Minaj and her rash behaviors as of lately, because her daddy was a pedophile, and then her brother a pedophile, and then she married a pedophile, and now she got to put her mansion on the pedophile list. Look at that. A fat ass L if I ever seen one before. Shit. But look,
could have had anybody.
What really though? Could have just been by yourself.
Could have been by yourself. She could have had any nigga on the planet. She could have said, Barack Obama, I want you. And that nigga, I love Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
They would have been a throuple. She would have been living in.
Michelle teeth too sharp. I got short teeth, baby. She gonna be in my problem.
Okay.
She can't eat on my cooch.
Not on the cooch. You so damn silly.
So what's another way that we can uplift black girls and black women?
So it's kind of touching back on the little monkey and the bear. I was saying we just need to be more like connecting each other with opportunities, networking.
Stopping gatekeeping.
Yes.
Abolish gatekeeping.
We gatekeep with the right people.
Yes.
You gatekeeping the wrong people.
Yes. And I tried, you know what, that was when I was president of Ideal, that was something that I really tried my best to do, was to put y'all on as much information as I possibly could. Like any opportunity to make money, to eat for free, to get free amenities and services. I'm sending that to every black woman I know about, free book vouchers, anything. And I've never understood that logic. You got your clothes from Saks and Fifth, and somebody like your clothes, and you ask them like, where'd you get that from? Oh, I can't tell you.
Why? Or opportunities. Girl, if you know you got a job and that job hiring, or if you know you got a position and I'm qualified, bitch, send me the what?
I don't know. I don't know how people really operate like that. Honestly, if I see anything and it reminds me of a certain person, it's gonna be the first thing I do is send it to them. But maybe I'm just built different.
Yeah.
These bitches is cut from tissue paper. I'm cut from bandana cloth.
Oh, I like that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Real G.
Yeah. Actually, that about me, actually.
Oh?
Yeah. Like, ask him about the night in 04.
Oh, hell no. What you was doing in 04?
Minding my business.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And the only time a Muslim really gets real violent is when someone goes to molest his woman.
All right, question number 3. May 22nd, 1962, Malcolm X delivered a speech in Los Angeles, California, in which he spoke to and about black women, stating the most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. What are some examples of the disrespect and neglect that black women endure that alarms you the most?
I feel like the biggest neglect for me is the violence towards black women.
Yeah.
And just how it's so ignored across the board, or when it does happen, it's always either blamed on a black woman or it's assumed that we just don't feel it or that shit don't hurt.
I want to expand this also to like black trans women as well.
Definitely.
Because they're being killed at extremely alarming rates and nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a damn.
It's sad. It's scary too to see like black women rip well. It's like when it comes to like abduction and stuff, our like statistics
sex trafficking, all of that.
Really?
Yeah. They high as hell.
And it is scary. It's scary to see like these domestic like disputes between like baby mothers and baby fathers, and seeing these black men kill, stab them multiple times, shoot the kids. Like it's bad.
Black women are at the highest rates for maternity morbidity.
Yes.
And do you know why that is? That's not because they are dying when they give birth. That is from homicide, from partners while they are pregnant. And the issue isn't like nobody knows that 80% of the deaths of black women while they are pregnant are attributed to homicide.
That's scary.
That is scary.
Now, you know what? And another way that because we could easily segue into like medical racism as well.
Oh yeah.
Just because of like the birth rates, especially Mississippi has the highest mortality birth rate in America. Black women have the highest. What isn't it? Mortality death rate in America. Black women. We are in Mississippi and we black women, and you telling me if I get pregnant, it's a high ass chance that I'm just gonna die. Down here in Starving, we tell people not to go to OCH because you just gonna die. Your tonsils done exploded, but you might just die up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's scary because don't nobody care. The doctors don't care. They don't care. They don't want to listen. And I'm happy that a lot of black women are starting to like migrate back to like doulas and birthing like specialists and stuff, and making sure that when they go to like doctors' offices, they have black advocates that are already in place for them to speak during their time. Because the way these niggas be missing the births, the way that they don't show up or they falling out,
ridiculous. Crazy as hell.
Uncanny.
Ooh. Come on, master's degree. Look, come on. Ooh. She graduated with her bachelor.
It's ridiculous.
uncanny. She's educated.
Come on, play with it. Pussy don't play with me.
Okay. But yeah, like it's crazy as hell. Like it's just and don't nobody. I can give you examples. We done talked about it. The Megan Thee Stallion shit. Then nobody like literally. This one was shot in the foot, and y'all niggas is debating everything. She telling you that she anxious. She telling you that she going through it because she's still dealing with the death of her mom, and y'all niggas is slandering her.
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
Every time it's a famous black woman who is not light skinned, skinny, and got long hair
and curves
or curves.
Yeah, because Cora Leroy.
As a matter of fact, you can't be a black woman. Period. Because if you're too curvy, then you built weird. If you're too tall, you look like a man. If you dark skinned, then it's diddy. If your hair not 3A, 212
or $400 a bundle,
then you this, you that, you broke, you dusty. Like it's just literally black women are disrespected at everything a black woman do is gonna get picked apart.
You know, what's crazy is Dr. Umar did say that there was no place whatsoever in the world that black people or black women would be able to go and feel completely safe. That's why it's so important for us to have safe spaces.
That's crazy.
It's sad. You would think that you would be able to go like to the Caribbeans. No.
To the motherland, no.
And it's sad. But I do want to talk about like the history behind Malcolm X because, you know, the Nation of Islam, they are historically known for being misogynist. Like they are known. So the Black Panther Party, the original Black Panther Party, they did have a lot of issues with sexism within the party. So the first woman to chair the Black Panther Party, Elaine Brown, she chaired it after Huey Newton went on the run and he fled to Cuba, and she was the president for 4 years. The reason why she left was because she saw a Black Panther beating the dog shit out of a teacher, a black school teacher, like publicly in the schools and stuff. And she took her child and she packed up and she moved back to Alabama. And, you know, that is the example that you want. Now, it is sad to see that these black men were beating these women, but you do have to set a standard. It is an honor for me to be here. Like, Elaine Brown was the reason why Compton, they were in Los Angeles. They were the reason why they got their first black mayor. She was the reason why the free food program was so like profound. She the one that put them on the map, and she took funds from the government and put them back into the community. And she saw one person get beat on, and she packed up everything and left. And I feel like more people need to have that type of mindset. But back to the NOI, like their whole community, they supposed to be God chosen people now. They came through by Moses and shit. They the chosen ones. They the Nation of Islam. Hate black women. So it was such an anomaly for Martin Luther King to speak up on behalf for black women, especially like in the 1990s. So many black women supported and flocked to him because he made this statement, because there was no one else making this statement. And it's appreciated. And that's why it's so important now to still like place an emphasis on these sets of words.
Yeah. You finna get me started, because if I'm being honest with you, it's just like, even with all the civil rights in the Nation of Islam, like you pointed out, in the Nation of Islam, it was so misogynistic. I feel like black women, we've shared so many rights, so many movements, so many,
we put most of that shit together.
And then for it to really not even be a space for us,
because black men didn't want to.
Black men didn't want it. And it's just it's crazy as hell. It's not cute.
It's not giving. It could never. And it's making me and my homegirls upset, baby. Because if I can't go to the NAACP or the Nation of Islam, baby, where can I go?
Where the hell can I go?
Yes, what the fuck? And we are the most disrespected. You could be minding your business as a black woman and be disrespected, neglected, or downright just fucked up.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing really you can do about it. That's why it's so important as black women that we stick together. But it's like they don't have no interest in doing it. My sister was telling me, my sister also got into grad school at Vanderbilt, Nashville. Shout out to you, Alex.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay, so she is in the financial department, and she is one out of 3 black girls in this entire huge program. And she was telling me about one of the black women. She ran into another black woman and she was trying to introduce herself, and the black girl was like, she was like, hey, I feel like I haven't met you, I would like to speak, da 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 da. And this girl was like, you definitely have met me, looked her up and down and walked off. And me and my sister gonna always have the same expression, because why would you react like that, especially in an environment like that
when it's 3 of y'all?
Be fucking for real. And I don't understand that, because if I go into a room full of white people, I'm scouting for the niggas.
Okay, I mean every class I'm like, where the niggas at? Literally, in my Southern politics class, it's 3 black people in the class. We sit by each other and we is the nigga coalition.
And that's fine.
And that's
good. And that's wonderful, and I love that. And those relationships are the ones that's gonna last the longest.
Yes.
I met my best friend, Adriana Jones, Harvard. Shout out to that bitch. She I met her in an African American history class, and she was the only other black person in there. And I sat next to her and I said, do you want to make a black friend today? And she told me yes. And we've been friends ever since. Like, why would you trust a white? Why? Okay. Why would you do that?
I don't even do that. I don't do that.
Why would you do that? Why is it your instinct? And let's go ahead and okay. So I have been watching Big Brother. Have you ever watched Big Brother? Have you been seeing what's going on this
the latest
season?
Yes.
Okay, so for those who are not watching Big Brother, this is the latest season. There's a black girl on there. Her name is Taylor, and she is from the state of Michigan. And ironically, she won Miss Michigan, like the beauty contest, 2 years ago during the pandemic. So she went into the Big Brother house, and she is one of three black women, but she was the only darker skinned black woman, and she was the most beautiful black woman on the show. And she told them straight up, like, I won Miss Michigan, I just passed down my crown. They all were so jealous of her. And when I say, you will sit up there, if you ever watch this season, watch them bully her, target her, like come up with like nasty accusations on live TV. And bully and harass this black woman. This girl is on national TV crying like every other episode. No, I'm not. Have you ever really just seen a black woman cry on TV before? No. It break my heart to sit up there and watch that shit. And the best part of the season so far was when Taylor won HOH. She won Head of Household. And you could feel the joy coming from her heart because she finally felt safe. And even when she was in her position of power, they completely undermined every single decision she made. They questioned every single decision she made. They tried to take the power from her that she had and try to dictate what she was doing. And it's so sad to the point where every time someone gets evicted off of the show and they sit down and they talk to the host, Julie Chen, she places her emphasis on the fact that they have been bullying Taylor every single episode. And what's crazy is it's a guy on this season of the show. His name is Kyle, and he is a Mormon. He's a former member of the LDS Mormon Church. And the LDS Church has a history of being extremely racist. Their religious beliefs are based on the fact that black people are descendants of Ham, which is one of the sons of Noah. When Noah was on the mountain drinking, Ham woke Noah up and he got mad and he cursed him, and that is the descendant of black people. That is what's biblically believed. You've heard this before?
No.
You should look into it.
What? I ain't know. You know how racist you gotta be to make a
No, but that's what a lot of like American historical religions are based upon. They all believe that black people are cursed and that they will never make it into heaven because we were cursed by Noah. Okay, so this is his foundation belief, and a lot of these places are isolated. They're isolated for real. So a lot of them have never been exposed to people of different races, people that have different sexualities, beliefs, or belief systems and shit like that. So he started last season on Big Brother, they had the Cookout Alliance, which was an all black alliance, and they had their first black winner of the Big Brother show. So he started saying that he was seeing that all the minorities in the house were making a group. He was making these connections on his own, and they were like, we're not finna target them just on the basis of their skin color. And you want to know what else pissed me off was that Taylor, this black girl, Miss Michigan, she was put, like, they was lying on her, like real life lying on her, saying that she was threatening other people's mental health. And it was it's a black man on there now. His name is Monty. He's an alpha, ironically. And the first thing come out of his mouth was, "Oh, I hate to do this to another black woman. It pains me to do it, but I just don't believe her." And wouldn't even sit down and have a conversation with her to clarify the situation. And you understand that what you're doing is wrong, and sat down there and drug this girl
through the mud.
Didn't care at all. And they're gonna eat these words when this season ends, and they're gonna see all this negative backlash, because black women are the most disrespected, neglected. I think that's one of the greatest examples, like, in modern TV right now.
That's wild to say. But everything that you're saying to me, I don't even have to see it. I believe you wholeheartedly. And it's like I don't even need proof, because I see it so much in my daily life. Like, that's something else I feel like we have to get over as black women. We become so jealous of one another, and it's like just to a point where we just want to destroy each other.
I'm so glad I'm not burdened with that demon.
No, and I feel it even just in my personal life. Like, sometimes I'm like, I try to strive to help everybody. Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of shit going on, but when I can, I'm like, okay, what can I do to help? What can I do to put you on? And it's like, the hate that I receive for just being me is a what I can't even get into it.
But it's a reflection of, like, black women's lack of self-love. Because if you really loved yourself, you would love it for you to have been doing good and want you to do more and try to strive and be like you. I hate that, because I feel that too, but I don't surround myself with people lately. I've been by myself. So I don't feel that. And if it is, it's through social media, so that don't make me know, never mind. But I know you probably more social than I am.
Yeah, a little bit. And especially, like, in Atlanta, like, it's a different, I will say, like, it's a lot of support in Atlanta, but it's also just a lot of, like, fake love shit and hate. Like, bitches be hating for real.
Oh yeah, girl. You know what they be saying? The love is so fake and the fake is so real.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what time you on. They gonna be like that, but honestly, that should let you know that you on your shit. And I hate that that's an indicator of it. If you are friends with everybody, you doing something fucking wrong.
Yeah.
If you are for everybody and everybody love you, you doing something wrong.
Cat Williams said, if you don't got no haters, then something is fucking wrong with you. If you got 10 haters, you need to figure out how the fuck to get to 14 by the end of the day.
All I'm saying is all you hating ass bitches need to be listening to my podcast in a quiet place on repeat. I hope you loathe this podcast, baby.
And we gonna pray over you that you stop being a hating ass bitch and find some self-love.
You can pray for that. I hope they make a group chat. Just keep this motherfucker on repeat. I hope they download sound bites and send it in the group chat and talk shit about it. And they tune in every week just to hate.
Just to hate.
Don't they make you feel good? Because guess what? I'm getting paid for this shit, ho.
Straight like that.
All right. The Mammy, the Jezebel, and the Sapphire are three stereotypes of black women that have been around in Western culture for centuries. Where do these stereotypes come from? How are they represented in the media? And how do these stereotypes impact black women today?
I mean, if we're going to get into it, everything has originated from slavery. Everything originates from the antebellum period. The Mammy, you had black women who literally took care. I mean, they were live-in nannies that made babies also to work on the fields. They were to take care of the white women, take care of the husband, take care of the master, take care of the child. They literally were having babies so that they could feed and nurse the master's wife's child. So, I mean, it's like literally you have that, and it's just continued, because then after that, then you had the help after slavery ended, quotation marks. You had the help. And then black women, when they were able to work, they couldn't get jobs in education because education wasn't extended to black people. And if it was extended to black people, it was extended to black men only. So they were working jobs at laundromats. They were still being the help, being the nanny. And it's like you just have those that are reinforced over time. And when you're not working to end stereotypes, they're not going to end. Everything that's in the media, everything that's in society is going to feed into those stereotypes. The Jezebel, Massa was literally raping black women. We took the history of African-American women.
Mm-hmm.
The first colonizers They went to Africa to observe African relations.
So this article is titled "They Shall Suckle Over Their Shoulders." Do you want to talk about it, or actually I should talk about it because I've been presenting presentations on this. Like,
oh yeah,
okay. So the name of this article is called "Some Shall Suckle Over Their Shoulders," and the author is by Morgan. That's her last name. Don't ask me what her first name is. And like Aspen just said, that it is the first recorded interaction of European people interacting with Native Black people uninterfered. So when they first arrived to these coastal lands and they noticed Black women, they described them as beastly. They were talking about how they were so grotesque that their bodies were made of like apes and their breasts hang down to the floor. They were so long that they could throw their breasts over their shoulders. Ironically, though, when they also named them and saw them, they said that they were beautiful, and they also compared these Black women to the beauty and likeness of the Queen Elizabeth at that time. So it shows you the duality as well as the complexity of the way that white European colonizers saw Black women. They saw their beauty as well as their bestiality, and it confused them. And there are so many different cases throughout African American history and the diaspora of these white men being extremely attracted to these Black women, taking advantage of them, raping them, bending them over, getting them pregnant, doing nothing about it. And the side effects are negative towards Black women. And I feel like this is a perfect segue to talk about the history of hats in like Southern Black communities.
Oh yeah.
So during enslavement, a lot of white men were attracted to Black women because of the texture of their hair. So a lot of Black women had very loose, kinky, or tight hair naturally, so they were raping and getting a lot of these women pregnant. Trigger warning. So as a result, a lot of these white women became jealous of Black women hair, and they started to come together, and they ended up passing legislation that banned Black women from wearing their natural hair out in public. So as a result, Black women started wearing things like hats and scarves and
head wraps.
Yes.
And that also is where the how Black women are seen to be like, witches and stuff like that. Like a lot of that originated because white women were like, well, the only difference is that they have this curly hair, so this must be just like it must be demonic and pulling at them and da 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 da. And the white men are just loving it. It's really wild as hell. But they passed laws. I think they were called the Tygon laws.
Yep.
Yeah,
to legally keep Black women from wearing their own fucking hair. And that is why, especially in the South, Black women have a history of wearing hats and church hats and hats and stuff to cover up their head, because that's what they had to do.
It's just,
but that is where the Jezebel, the stereotype, comes from. It comes from the over-sexualization of Black women, and Black women were oftentimes victims, because Jezebel is a character in the Bible that was considered to be a hoe. But that's a whole nother conversation, because that is a large part of historical misinformation. But I'll talk about that later. But yeah, a lot of Black women are labeled as hoes simply by the way that their bodies are made up.
Literally.
No, I have a first cousin named Tammy, and she always talked about how when she was growing up, she was banging, like her body was beautiful. And because the way her body was made up, people assumed that she was having sex before she was actually having sex. And that is just crazy, because that's something that I went through too.
Yeah, my friend, acquaintance, Layla, we used to be real close in high school. She was like built, like she was like super pear. And I mean, her ass was like out there. Mm-hmm. And I mean, from like freshman in high school, she went through being called, rumors being made. She was fucking this person. She was da-da-dee. And I mean, she was like, we were super nerds. Like we was really like in the books.
Yeah.
Bitches was in the books.
But they simply just could not
know
believe
what sex was.
They couldn't believe it. No, because they were saying the same thing about me when I was in high school. Oh, she gotta be sucking dick. She gotta be fucking a whole football team. I wasn't even doing nothing. And because of the way that I was made up, and because men weren't interested in me, people felt the need to do that. And I also want to say that as Black women, we have all been at some point every single one of these stereotypes.
Yeah.
At some point, we have all been the Mammy, the Jezebel, and the Sapphire. So let's go ahead and go into the Sapphire.
The Sapphire, I really feel like, I'm going to be honest. Black women deserve to be angry. we have gone through so much shit. I mean, it stems also. I mean, if we go, everything stems back from slavery.
So
everything.
I just want to say that the sapphire is the angry black woman trope. You gotta understand that is the professional term for it.
But the way I feel, the stereotype is overused in situations where I feel like it shouldn't be used, because some of the situations I'd be like, it's not just angry black women. Anybody would get mad. A man would get mad. A white woman would get mad. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like let's be for real. BFFR. Like, be for fucking real. But it's like, at some rate, I feel like black women, we deserve to be angry. We got a lot of shit on us. On the daily, we have so much that we have to deal with. Just before we wake up, the fact that we get up out of bed, we hit with racism, discrimination, misogynoir. We got shit going on, We expected to hold down the fort for this. I mean, literally so much that we go through on a daily, at job interviews, at school, literally every part of life. And I feel like some of it is us just reacting to the institutional racism, institutional discrimination.
A lot of it is social racism as well.
Yeah. And it's like, where the trope has come from, it has been more so a reaction to everything that we go through on a daily.
It's also a fucking defense mechanism for white people.
Literally.
Let me tell you a story, Aspen. Do you got time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
drop it on me.
I worked a football game. So it was a point last semester. I was working football games and baseball games. I was working at the Boys and Girls Club, and I was interning in Jackson. And I was a full-time student getting ready to graduate. So as I was working at the football games, I would work in the skyboxes where all the rich white people worked at and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it was one particular Sunday where the food was late. And on top of that, there was a miscommunication between the kitchen as well as with the director of the program. They had no order of food whatsoever. And my guests, the people in my room, were extremely upset with me. And the game had already started. There was probably an hour and 30 minutes in, and they still hadn't received their food. So there was a white woman who was over everybody. My boss, they boss. She was over everyone. And I'm going in and out of the room, making sure I'm checking on everyone. I'm very polite. I code switch very well when money is involved.
I feel that.
Yeah. So I'm bringing them chips, snacks, dips, anything that's left over for free.
Yeah.
And I'm going in, checking on them, making sure that they got liquor, they liquored up and everything. So I'm coming out of the room, and this white woman, her name was Amy, she just snapped on me. What's your name? You need to be doing this, that, and the third. They still haven't gotten their food yet, da 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 da. So I said, okay, and I walked off. But I had told myself, I said, the next time this white woman says something to me and is disrespectful and rude and snappy when she see me trying my best, I'm gonna say something to her, and this is exactly what I did. So I had went and checked on my other rooms, and I ended up coming back, and she walked up on me again. You need to go down to the 8th floor. You need to make sure that all these condiments are wrapped, and you need to, because where's the food? Where's the chicken tenders? I said, ma'am, I do not understand why you are talking disrespectfully to me when you see that I'm sitting up here trying my best and doing my job. And the whole time I was sitting up there talking, she was having a mini heart attack. Aspen, I shit you not. Do you know who I am? God looked at her and walked off. Because do you know who I am?
Okay.
Talk to me like you got some sense. Oh, don't say nothing at all. So then she walked off and she got to talking shit. I set my plate down. I said, what was it? I never was angry. Did you hear me cuss her out whatsoever? I speak very directly. I'm naturally loud, but I was not yelling at her. Why she went back and told my bosses that I yelled at her, I was angry, I was cussing her out, I was doing this, that, and the third. The folks was ready to fire me on the spot.
No, and see, that's what's crazy. Like, I feel like it's just the danger of the stereotype is like black women, we can't. The angry black woman stereotype got us to the point to where we can't even react to shit. That's normal.
No, because let me tell you the second part. So they said the boss want to see you after the game. So we lost, and everybody was having a bad day in the kitchen. So he was tired. He didn't want to talk to nobody. He told me come back on Monday. I had to go hunt that joker down on Monday. So I'm sitting up here talking to him. He's like, I heard you was mean to my boss. I heard you was doing that, this, that, and the third. I looked at that man and I said, no, I wasn't being mean to her. I told her that I wouldn't accept any type of disrespect from her. And personally, I feel like she's forcing an angry black woman stereotype on me. And he opened the door and told me not to say that no more because that made him feel uncomfortable. And if I brought it up again, he was going to contact HR.
Are you serious?
Not playing. I've written a whole paper about it and published it because I've never experienced like that type of disrespect before, so closely before in my life. That I got lied on, and then I almost got fired. And then when I told him my side of the story, I made him feel uncomfortable. And then his response was, I can't. This nigga now, he ain't got no teeth in his mouth. This a white man now, white men teeth hygiene be off the chain. He telling me, granted, I grew up in the 50s. It was a different time. We done made progress.
No.
Yes, it did. We done made progress. It's different now. Don't be upset. Are you okay? Yeah, it's just a different time now. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And I just looked at that motherfucker. Because sometimes you just got to know how to shut up. And I shut up because I needed my job. But when I walked away, I was talking shit again.
Yeah, as you should. That's crazy. And that's shit like that. That'll blow me. It's like, we can't do shit. Like, we can't have a bad day. We can't. Have you seen the phenomena with like black women in the office where if they in corporate small talk
when they too quiet,
then they mean.
Yeah.
Like, but we can't do shit. Like, we can't. And then it's like if we talk, because I feel like it's a cultural thing. Black people, we talk loud, not loud, but we talk with some emotion. We got
some soul.
Yes, we got some soul. And it's like if we do that too much, then we ghetto, we mean, we ratchet, but then we quiet.
Then we mean, we ghetto, unapproachable, nasty attitude.
I mean, it's like no way. Like you have to, like literally. I feel like the only way to beat the little sapphire stereotype is like you really have to push yourself into being white happy. Like you really.
And that's another thing I be telling my sister. There's a difference between being black nice and being white nice.
Yeah.
That what I consider myself to be black nice. Like I'm friendly. I talk to you. I help you out. But I'm not white nice where I feel the need to kiss your ass and tell funny stories with antidotes and bring you cookies and gifts and shit to show you my love and tell you all my personal business. I didn't grow up like that, but I'm nice enough to talk to some niggas.
Yeah, it's that. And it's just, baby, it's like I'm just so sick because I feel like it's like we really just can't do shit. And honestly, it's like everywhere you see it, one of the stereotypes is being perpetuated.
Yeah, I do want to circle back to the mammy because I wanted to say that like usually the mammy is going to be like a plus size woman or
who's dark skinned.
Yes, I do personally feel like I get mammy probably more so than any other the ones, and I feel like a lot of people are shocked when I say that, but I work with kids.
Yeah.
So like I get that innately, especially when I'm TAing with these children. I look young to some and I look older to some people. So when I'm around white people, I guess my stature and my build makes them think that I'm like way older. So it's always gonna be yes ma'am, no ma'am. Help me do this, help me do that. I get treated like a mammy very often, very, very often. That's all. And yeah, another example of that would be like Aunt Jemima on the pancake bottle, maybe like a Monique. I feel like Monique is like a great example of like mammy vibes. Or Florida Evans from Good Times is a great example of a mammy trope. And that is very dangerous, especially for Black women, because it reduces us and it reduces us down to just a very minute character, like as a one-note role where all you're here to do is to provide and to give to people and give until you ain't got nothing else to give. Because that's exactly what mammies did. They when white women would birth children and give them over to the mammies they had given birth to their children, they were still breastfeeding them white babies, feeding them, bathing them, making sure, giving them everything and neglecting their Black families back at home. And it's just so sad. And I don't think people, especially Black men, realize that they deduce Black women to their role too.
Oh, so often. And it's let's dig into it. Actually, the dynamics of family house. I really feel like what I've been trying to work my way out of, And what I've noticed so much in media is that like Black women are just they. Okay,
Take your time. Take your time. Let the Lord
this shit makes
use
me
you.
so mad. It's like Black women. This is kind of the mammy, but Black women are just expected to do so much. Like especially in an environment or in a day and time where everything is changing, like economically in the household. People are starting to do like more 50-50 with the bills, but the Black woman is still expected to watch the kids, clean the kids, take the kids to school, cook for the house, clean the house, and it's like.
And then the Black man gonna fall on the fact that grew up watching his mama do it. My mama did it. My mama did it. You didn't want better for your mama. You like watching your mama struggle and seeing her do all this stuff by yourself. Do you see your mama as a human to know that while she was doing all this stuff and being quiet and brave around you, she was crying and dying on the inside? Literally. Let me tell you something. I ain't never in my life met for real a Black woman like a millennial or a Gen Z that have kids that'll tell you to do it. I ain't swear to Jesus, them Black women tell me do not have no kids.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Wait.
Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I know this one ain't got none. I'm 25 with no kids, boo.
As you should.
Get like
Love
me.
To see it. Love to see it.
Shout out to my cousin Jessica because she's 29 with no kids.
Okay, we is in a baby pandemic right now.
Oh yes.
It's too many. It's too many.
But another stereotype that I did want to bring up before we finish this question was the Black therapist, the Black female therapist stereotype. I think that's a new stereotype that they've been forcing on the Black woman. Have you been noticing it lately?
Yeah, and I honestly feel like that could stem from like the mammy.
It does.
Because it's just an aspect of that putting yourself aside to make sure that you're taking care
of the white person and they don't care about your feelings and emotions, but you're responsible for their well-being.
And with that, I could also see like the educator, because Black women are burdened, I feel like nowadays, with educating about everything, about civil rights, like social, like, you know how with the social movements, white women are trying to mobilize and stuff like that. And it's like the responsibility of Black women to who are, I feel like who are born with the innate gift to grassroots organize, to build up, movements. It's our job to educate on that. It's our job to educate on the history of sexism. It's our job to educate on the history of racism.
I be telling them folks, it is not your job. It's not, they not cutting you nan check for that.
So okay.
Because when I tell you Google is free. When your thumb's working and voice control is doing the Lord's work. You telling me you can't get on Kevin Samuels' internet and ask them where's
Kevin Samuels?
Yes, because where's sexism derivative from? Where's misogyny? I'm not finna.
I'm not educated, but it's like it's literally like with No Name and J. Cole.
Yeah.
During during like 2020 when the protests were breaking out. J. Cole, he had did like a protest or something, and I think No Name had called him out in the no, she didn't call him out in a song. She called him out on social media. She was like, a lot of y'all favorite rappers, they out here just doing shit for play. Like they not doing this shit for real. They not real about it. Yeah,
but I feel like J. Cole probably is the greatest example of like a Black leader in hip hop. Him, Kendrick Lamar, maybe Lil Baby. He's a great civil rights. Like
so, I will say so. It was the situation within itself, like it was real. I don't know how to explain this. Basically, she was just calling out, like she was basically saying, like rappers really not doing shit. They're not doing shit for real. J. Cole felt hit. He released a song about it, and he was basically calling her out, like, well, since you feel like you know everything, why don't you educate me? Why don't you give me a book? Why don't you what are you doing to educate the people? Ignoring the fact that she has literally she has literally stepped down from her artistry of, rapping and doing music. She has books. She has started book clubs within prisons. She has like free libraries that she has provided.
That's so nice. I did not know that.
Yes. Like No Name is really like, she is really killing
I love her music. Her music is just poetry.
Get into it. Like she has started, I will say honestly, like one of the first like global, like she has gone I don't know how many states she's in, but she has like book clubs everywhere. She's working on GED programs. She has a free public library in Chicago.
That's what they supposed to be doing.
And her work is focused on, activism, like, intersectionality, racism, sexism, like womanism, like all of that. Like that's what what the purpose of her book clubs are for, to teach that. And it was like he was coming for her. And it was just like, if you took the time to really do your research,
you would have known better.
Instead of asking her to educate you.
Well, I hate that anyway, because you can tell they come from a hurt place, like a place of hurt. Because why would you get on the internet and clap back? I would expect way more out of J. Cole. Yeah. Anyway, he's supposed to be humility king.
That's what took me back, because I was like, she wasn't coming for J. Cole. She was coming for rappers, period.
Yeah. Well, you know a hit dog gonna holler every time.
Every time.
All right, and the final question, in your opinion, who are the most prominent Black female leaders in our communities, and how does their activism inspire you?
Well, I will say, just for me personally, like the number one right now is Stacey Abrams. I am just really enjoying.
Stacey been doing her big one.
And I mean, like, I appreciate her because her story, like her beginnings. So I was watching one of her speeches that she gave in abortion rights.
Tell them who Stacey is.
So Stacey Abrams, she is currently running for governor. Stacey Abrams ran for governor of Georgia. I want to say 4 years ago. I'm trying to remember. My memory doesn't serve me right, but she ran against the current governor, Brian Kemp. He's a Republican. She was a Democrat. She lost in due part to just a lot of voter fraud. There were 36,000 votes that he just illegally dismissed, a lot of BS so that he could stay governor, because he was governor before she ran against him the first time. And she rallied the hell up. She expanded like voter rights,
voter registration.
Like she literally mobilized. She got so many people in the state of Georgia, so many rural areas, so many people who didn't have IDs, so many low socioeconomic status. Like she really went in and made sure that everybody had the right to vote. People like she's fire as hell.
Didn't they Governor Brian Kemp he locked up with he's some way connected with this Mar-a-Lago and all this shit with Trump.
I will say Brian Kemp, he didn't give in. He didn't overturn the election votes for the state of Georgia.
Okay.
Now that was the one thing I did like him for, because Trump was really trying to put that heater on him, but he was like, no. But he just period, he's been real shady with
Black
people. Like he with the voter, dismissing the voters during the last governor election. He was doing it like on base, like if your middle name could have had a different spelling or da-da-da-da-d, names that sounded too African American, they was getting doxed off the list. If you put an initial but your ID had the full name, or if you put the full name and your ID had the initial, it was he was making sure to find any way to get
suppression. Yes, giving Jim Crow.
Yes. But Stacey Abrams, she has fought and she is coming back. And she is almost like neck and neck with him in this governor race.
Win.
She's gonna win.
She's gonna have to win. And I love that just because Atlanta had the black mayor. Is Keisha still up there? Or Keisha left?
Keisha left, but she's in Biden's cabinet.
That's good.
Yep.
But Keisha was doing a really great job over the city of Atlanta until Didn't Kemp try to sue her?
Yeah.
And then her police officers, they stopped working in Atlanta. They was like, they didn't agree with some of the stuff that Keisha was doing. So they stopped answering calls in Atlanta for at least 2 weeks, and it was bad.
Yeah.
But I have such a love for Black women who are in politics. There's Lori Lightfoot, there's Stacey Abrams. Who else other than the obvious Omarosa, Big Coon? We'll talk about that later. But the ones that's doing they big ones, they doing it.
And I love me some Stacey Abrams. Like, that's my good sis. Just her story, how she's grown up, and how her views have how she's allowed her experiences to really guide her. Like, she tells a story of when she was younger, it really took her living life and seeing other women to change some of her views, to really want to get involved, and she has just maintained that same just
energy,
push, that same push. Because how you lose, like for her to lose the first governor race, and for her to not back down and be like, damn, I lost. She turned around and did some of the biggest organizing in the state of Georgia, and is now running again. And I mean, she be eating Brian Kemp's ass up
and do
gonna
call out everything, every lie. I've been seeing them videos too. She's so powerful. I'm excited for Georgia.
Yeah, that's my good sis.
I really feel like she gonna get office and she ain't gonna let nobody down.
Oh no, hell no. I love me some Stacey Abrams. That's my good sis. I'm hoping when she get in office, I can get a little internship with her.
I'll go up there and talk to her too. I just about look like her. Okay. I just ain't doing. I go up there. What up, twin?
Hey, girl.
Hey, twin. What's up, cousin?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up this shit.
Yeah, that's my number one I could think of right now. Cause that's my life right there.
I just think it's important for us to highlight like actual Black leaders, because we're getting to this point, especially in the media, where we're as a society understanding that like these huge artists they're not role models. And now it's time for us to highlight who actually is considered a role model, because these Black women really are working. Yeah. They really are doing things for the community. Do you got another one?
That's the only one I could think of right now. I gotta scrape through my brain, child.
I do want to shout out Viola Davis.
Oh,
Viola Davis is doing the Lord's work. She got her movie getting ready to come out, The Woman King, and it's only gonna be available at AMC theater, so I don't think it's gonna be available in Starkville, but I really want to go see it just because this is her first produced movie. She produced the movie herself. She found a slew of new Black actors, like came up with the concept. She had like inspiration over the script, and Viola is always advocating, and she is such proper representation, especially for dark-skinned women who are not big B beautiful but little B beautiful, that have like alternative beauty.
Yeah.
And I love Viola for the work that she is doing, and she just gonna keep on rising. I love that for her.
Somebody else who I like, I love Serena Williams.
Yes.
I just like for her herself, because y'all know the story of Serena Williams. I mean, her and her sister Venus really broke into the sport of tennis when wasn't nobody Black playing tennis for real. They were constantly disrespected growing up. I mean, if you watch the movie about their relationship with their father, I forgot the name of it.
King Richard.
Yes, and you just see. Like, literally, they was disrespected from the time that they was 13. They was barely women. And I mean, just getting slandered here and right. They braids was this, and they acted like this. And to see how far she's come in her career, I mean, she is a trailblazer. That woman is a beast. Ain't nobody seeing her on that tennis court.
What's crazy is the last match she played, I want to say she played the potential of the last match, and she lost it Saturday. Mm-hmm. That she said that it was her last match, and they was roasting her ass that day too because she lost. Girl, but I love Serena. I feel like Serena is also like great representation. Ain't nobody seeing her nowhere. And she always makes sure that she reaches back for the younger Black girls. You won't know what I do love? Authenticity.
Yeah.
Serena got a smart ass mouth, and I love that.
She let it rip.
Good.
She don't care about respectability, and I love that.
I do too, because I keep on telling people that respectability politics ain't doing shit but holding us back. But the boomers is not hearing it. They not hearing it. Anyway, the white woman was sitting up there interviewing Serena. Was like, they found some drugs, and my sister Serena said, "Oh." I said, "Bitch, I know that's right." She said, "Oh, I thought she was asking me about the drugs in my system." I said, I know that's right. You better read that hoe."
Okay.
Now you fuck you.
Now you look dumb.
Now you look desperate, dusty.
And just the work that she do, she makes sure that she always reaches back. Like, you know how she was for Naomi Osaka. Like, just always making sure that the young Black girls that's coming up, she's training them, being there for them, giving them that piece that she didn't have growing up, giving them that shoulder to cry on, giving them that guidance. And that to me, like,
this how we didn't say no basic names like Oprah Winfrey. I ain't gonna do it.
No, go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so I'm very skeptical of Oprah Winfrey, and I just got done talking about how I really don't like tearing black women down. But you know, Oprah is a capitalist. Number one, she done made all this fucking money, so I don't feel like she really sees herself as a black woman no more. Like her and Gail, they are like systematically always trying to tear down black men, especially Gail. And I know that's a grievance that a lot of black men have with Gail King. Now, I've been hearing a lot of stuff with Oprah Winfrey's connection with Pizzagate. Have you been hearing about like, man, in 2020 while we was protesting and crying over George Floyd, they had an influx of these huge names in Hollywood that were supposedly connected to Jeffrey Epstein and these huge pedophile rings and stuff. Now, they had so many rumors going around saying that during 2020, during May and June, Oprah was on house arrest. They said they had slapped that ankle monitor on her because she was playing with the little kiddos out here. And I be looking at Oprah a lot because what has she done for the black community lately? Other than that dry ass interview she did with Meghan Markle, who is a white passing black woman who never even saw herself as a black woman until she got with Harry. Ain't that
and started experiencing the racism
due to the white people that she married? But okay, and that's another thing I do be wondering about. Like, y'all dating outside y'all race, like, you do realize that your white partner come with a white family.
And 9 times out of 10, that white family ain't
gonna accept you or really just like you. They just gonna smile in your face if that.
And matter of fact, let's talk about this. This ain't even nowhere on it, but I really hate how sometimes I feel like white people, they date black people to challenge the white people in their family. Like, they using the black person as a pawn. Like, if they dad racist but they not racist, they like, let me get with this black guy so that I can really do it in for my dad.
Let me back, girl. Cause when I tell y'all I was working for the skyboxes, I had a damn girl. She was my manager. Her name is Haley. She like 275 pounds, 280, big body, built Benz white woman. And the only thing she really had for her was the fact that she had this huge ass. Mm-hmm. Now, her parents both are like openly racist. Now, and she still, I feel like because of the way her body was made up, she would only attract black men, and she had came to terms with it. So she felt uncomfortable because one of the guys up there at the job was trying to fuck on her, and she went back and told her daddy. And you, I mean, why would you go back and tell your daddy and put a group of people in danger when you know your daddy is racist, and then went up there and was trying to threaten him and shit? Like, yes, weaponizing the black man in the middle. And I wish you had it came up here about 3 hours ago, because me and Kamira just got done talking about this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Please continue your thought.
That's crazy as hell. And this happened like last
year. They do stuff like that, and they don't care what type of position they put you in, as long as they get the outcome that they want. Don't that sound like the woman that got Emmett Till killed? What's her name? Caroline Bryant? Mm-hmm. Well,
I was reading this story on Twitter about this black girl. She said she had dated this white boy, and like, she always thought he was a little weird, but she was like, he white, like, it's different. She went to his house. He invited her to dinner. She said she got there and the vibes was real, real weird. And, the parents was talking, but they looked a little, they was like, like, oh, like, it was real silent. It was real quiet. It wasn't real warm and welcoming. Long story short, a whole bunch of stuff happened. The parents bring her back to a room. Come to find out, the dad was like head of the clans. He had a room with the hoodie, the cape,
why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
And the mom, she was like, I want you to see this because I just don't think you get it. And when he took her into that room, and she was literally looking at him like, why the fuck
would you bring me here?
And he was like, well, Dad, this is my choice, and if I want to date black, da 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 da, and like literally using her as a pawn.
And her mama fingers aching because she just got done sewing a hood on that damn clan jacket.
She said she literally had to. She was chased out of that house with a gun. They had to run to a truck, and they lived in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. And it's like, what? Like, at what rate? Why do white people feel so comfortable using black bodies?
to get whatever they want.
And
I be telling people that their racism, like that shit, everything is built up on the bodies of black women. All of it is. It always is going to be. I hate that so much. And that's why I be telling folks, y'all need to just stick to the script.
Stick to it.
Stay in the country. Stay with your group. Stay with the blacks. Please. Look, do you got any more female?
Shout out to the slaves.
Yeah, shout out to the slaves. You feel me? Shout out to Harriet Tubman.
Shout out to she's a real nigga.
Shout out to the real niggas.
And shout out again to all those people who hate my guts.
Y'all are doing a justice and an effort to the world. Keep breaking these men down one at a time.
You are obsessed and sick.
All right, you guys, and now it's time for my favorite and final segment, the Big Black Shout Out. The Big Black Shout Out is an opportunity to help circulate the Black dollar into our communities and for audience members to explore Black-owned hidden gems. So, Aspen, who would you like to shout out?
I'm shouting out 2 Black content creators because they is doing the damn thing. So the first person I want to shout out is my friend, lovely, beautiful lady, Summer. SUMMERDRU, Summer Drew on Instagram and on TikTok. You can find their Twitch and all of that other information from one of those socials because I don't know all of that. But she is a Black anime cosplayer, all things anime, talk about anime, play games, she is literally on top of the fucking thing. She's real special to me because I know her. I met her in high school, real cool girl, real chill, down to earth. And when she was started out with her, influencing with anime content, she received a lot of slack because she was a Black girl. She received it from being a girl because girls don't know nothing about anime, da-da-dee. And she received so much because she was, Black. And I mean, she was really putting, the Black influence into her character. So she was wearing the characters with afros. She was making sure that, she was painting. She wasn't, bleaching this, not bleaching the skin, but she wasn't going too light on the makeup. Like, she was making sure that the characters were giving and Black women. She was
doing it through an Afrocentric perspective.
Yes. Yes. Everything from the hair to the body outfits. I mean, she was eating them girls up. And I know they was mad because the outfits was sickening. They were eating down every single time. The makeup was flawless. But yes, if you into anime, you into twitching content, you like all of that, or you just like pretty girls who dress up, you should really, really check out Summer Drew. That's SUMMERDRU on TikTok and Instagram because she be killing it. And yeah,
shout out to you, Miss Summer. Shout out to you, Summer. Shout out to all the Black anime nerds, all the Twitch streamers, man. We all understand that being Black is not a monolith. So we want to give more representation to y'all. Y'all be out the way. Y'all be doing y'all thug thizzle, and we love that for y'all. Aspen, who else do you want to shout out?
I want to shout out the lovely, the stunning, and the beautiful Jeffrey. So his social, I'm going to give you his Instagram. You can find the other socials from there. It's GEXFFREY. Jeffrey is a micro influencer from Mississippi, and he killing the game right now. I mean, he moved to New York literally with nothing and is, I'm not going to tell too much of his tea because you got to go out to the page to find it, you know what I'm saying? But has some partnerships, some deals, and is living the life in New York. Babes knows how to dress, and I mean dress down. The pictures are always eating. And I mean, dude, he does his own stunts. When you see the pictures, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, you should go ahead, support, give it a look, give it a like, give it a follow because... yeah, you gonna love it. You gonna love it. And once again, that Instagram is GEXFFREY.
Yo, do you want to shout out Riz?
Oh yeah, shout out to my girl. So she don't do plays no more, but she may in the future. My baby, hold on. Let me find her Instagram.
Why you doing that? I just want to say that Riz is probably one of the realest people I've met since I've been in state. Riz is an amazing person, just outside of like the talent of her just cooking. She's so smart. She can speak well, and then on top of that, she's very helpful. So just shout out to Riz for being a wonderful person all around.
I'm gonna tell her that. Yeah, I love her.
Riz know I love her. I fuck with Riz so heavy, dude.
She love you. She's like, and she love you too. She loves you. So she's like, Morgan is just so funny, and she a life of energy, like just a ball of energy. And I just always feel good when I'm around her. We can just talk, like, and she just on top of it.
Reese so nice, bro. Reese is an amazing person.
Yeah,
I'm happy she got you, and I'm happy you got her. They're so nice. Love it. Shout out to Black Love, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, follow the baby. Her Instagram is z4.riss. She does literally anything. She does graphics. She makes body scrubs, body oils. Customized shoes. She paints everything you need. She could probably do. I mean, let's be honest. She still caters. And I mean, the food is on fire. She do soul food. She do seafood.
When I say them plates be so sexy.
Ooh. I'm talking about so good.
Good, I remember Riz was making the motherfucking Rasta pasta. She was making
them know.
God had the box, the containers all lined up on the damn table. Good. Just setting it out wetter than Alabama coochie.
Oh, that gutter coochie.
House arrest coochie.
Oh,
so we love Riz. Riz gonna turn anything to go. Y'all might as well call her Midas.
Okay.
All right. Well, yes. So if y'all have any other businesses that you would like for me to shout out, make sure you're emailing me at the Afrocentric Podcast. That's afrocentricpodcast@gmail.com.
Please forgive me for any sins in which I committed, those I know of and those I don't know of, Lord. Lord, please forgive me for beating this bitch ass today, Lord. Lord, please forgive me for thinking about beating her ass again, Lord. Please rebuke all these demons that's in this house, Lord. I pray unto you, Lord. Is that really necessary?
All right, y'all. So now it's time for the final segment of any podcast episode. It's now time for the altar call, and I'm just here to let my people know that I'm here and I'm praying for them, and let y'all know that Jesus is also here and he coming back. He said just hold on for about a few more years and he on the way. He be on colored people time. So this is just an opportunity for y'all to DM me with y'all prayer requests, praying for groups of people, politicians, relationships, etc. All right, let's get into it now. Right now, I am yet praying for you bitches that still fighting past the age of 20. Mama, your motherfucking anger issues is not that bad. All that hooping and hollering and motherfucking lace front pulling you still doing, you bitches do not love yourself.
Too grown.
Y'all is too grown for that shit. And I really wish y'all would sit down somewhere. Maybe get you like a GED, or maybe get you like a tray or some shit.
Something.
Like, don't them bitches end up becoming estheticians and nurses at some point anyway.
How you was dragging bitches down the street a year ago,
and now you dragging coochie hair off the bone because you.
Bitch, you want to give me an IV? You want to put? Come on now. It be the meanest ones.
They do be them, and I really wish y'all would stop because it really ain't solving nothing. I wish y'all would stop going back and forth on Facebook. Y'all is creating too much. It's not enough data storage plans on Facebook for all this beef y'all got going on. Y'all too old for this shit. Amen.
Amen.
Next on the list, I am praying for all the ATL scammers. Yes, all the scammers have all located to that neck of the woods.
And it is wonderful. Let me tell you, it's a show every night. But we're going to pray for them scammers because they keep the world going round.
Yes. See, I want to say that these scammers got a trickster spirit attached to them. That's the spirit of berated and Anansi.
You better say it.
That's a trickster spirit. Now, these scammers usually don't be giving back to the community. And I actually had someone scam me in the name of Jesus. I'm not joking.
Tell your story.
See, let me tell my testimony. One day I was scrolling down on Instagram, minding my black ass business, and there was an Instagram page that followed me. God is dope, Atlanta.
Oh, Lord.
And they slid into my DMs and they said, congratulations, you have won a contest and a free God is Dope t-shirt. And I said, surely they couldn't be scamming in the name of Allah, but I was sadly mistaken because that joker got my Cash App information and locked me out and stole my $40 on my Cash App. And that's why I said that they got that berated spirit up on them, and that anonymous spirit up on them, and we're gonna rebuke it and release it. Yeah. Let them go. I rebuke the Snapchat scam, the Snapchat scams and the Cash App scams. I rebuke the PPP loan scams.
What you rebuke?
I rebuke all of it, and I rebuke for y'all that got tricked by that PPP loan that y'all don't go to jail in a couple years because baby Biden is waiting on
cracking down on it.
Yes, but let's move on because there's some more people that need to be prayed for. I'm yet praying for you skinny bitches that can't dress. And when you wake up and you put your clothes on and you look in the mirror in the morning, I want you to ask yourself, is this a fit or am I just skinny?
And while we segueing, ask yourself this: how can every item of clothing fit you and you can't put together an outfit?
No, and if all your outfits is coming directly from Shin and not from God, you ain't dressing your body, just confessing. You really just showing it all. And we need to rebuke BBL culture fashion.
Oh, baby.
All them lopsided ass holes upside your thighs and legs is not cute. And I can't wait till it get cold outside. Hopefully you bitches catch pneumonia and go to sleep.
And that booty meat freeze.
I know that's right. Not Quail ain't working strong enough to put these bitches down. But again, I'm praying that God give you a vision.
Give him a vision.
Like he gave Joseph daddy. Hope you have a vision of coats of many colors.
Yes.
I hope that you see linens and silks and different.
You better preach.
Yes, because let me tell you something. Y'all need to leave that nylon alone. You need to leave that polyester in the stove.
Yeah.
Okay? Y'all need to let it go and let that coochie breathe. I will also be praying for the motherfucker that was flying the plane over Tupelo and was threatening to crash it into Walmart. Y'all done lost y'all cotton picking ever loving minds. And they said they was doing that mess at 5 o'clock in the morning. That nigga woke up with murder on his mind. And I just want to say, I rebuke it. Now they said this is all happening because they cut CERN on and everybody done lost their mind. So Lord, cut it off. Please. Shut CERN off, Lord. We is concerned about CERN. And we just don't want it. We don't want them problems down here in Tupelo. Because what did Walmart ever do to that man? What did 2 loaves of bread and 5 pieces of fish ever do to that man?
What did the plane do to the man?
I don't know, but they got that joke out there.
Ooh,
Lord have mercy. Lastly, we are sending prayers up to Ghana and Wana. We are asking the Lord to help their withdrawal symptoms and let it be a breeze because our Ghana is in jail looking real warped right now, Lord.
So what?
Yes, Lord. We ask that one of your angels send him a pack of New Paul and menthol shorts so he can have something to hang on to while he in that cell.
Yes, Lord.
And yes, let his time be short. You said that 1,000 days is like 1,000 years is one day to you, and one day is 1,000 years to us. So Lord, please make his sentence one day. And that's all. That's all I got. Yes, Lord. So today we is asking to move. We asking you to move. Yes. Send your spirit down.
Send it down, Lord.
Yes, we asking for a blessing.
Touch us, Lord.
Open the windows. And they said that I might not have no room to receive.
Yes, Lord.
Lord, we want fat asses, flat stomachs, and big racks. And we want niggas with big racks.
Ching,
Lord.
ching.
Yes, God. Move in this building today. And all that agree say amen.
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 Amen. Amen.
All right, you guys. I just wanted to give a special thank you to Aspen. Aspen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's been so much fucking fun. We ain't been doing nothing but talk shit for the last hour and a half.
And I love it.
I love every second of it. So is there anything you want to tell the Black community before we go?
Yes, let's get into it. All I'm gonna say is it's just gonna be short, sweet, and simple. Learn to love each other. We really all we got. So we really got to tough it out. We got to overcome all of these differences and adversities because it's nothing that we feel for real. I feel like it's a lot of stuff that's thrown on to us. We need to learn to love each other, lean on each other, listen to each other, be understanding of one another. So all I ask, Black community, for us to come together, we really got to put our stuff aside and we just got to keep it pushing. It don't matter what you look like, where you come from, who your mammy, who your pappy was. We just got to come together. We got to love on one another. We really just got to see this out. We got to work together. Because I'm going to be honest, ain't nobody there for us but like us. Ain't nobody got you like we got you. Ain't nobody got us like we got us. So we just got to keep it pushing. Learn to love one another, hug one another, kiss on one another. Come on. Keep it. Come on.
Thank you, Aspen. It was beautiful. Let me go ahead and wrap it up. So, guys, thank you so much for choosing to be Afrocentric today. Please remember that Black lives matter. Listen and protect Black women. And the only thing you must do in this lifetime is be Black and die. And remember that we're just civilized people having civilized conversation.
I like that one.
Bye-bye.
I don't even know what we even would see in the white girl, brothers. Hands down, the Black woman is the most beautiful species on the face of the planet Earth. There ain't nothing on Earth better than a Black woman. And you should take pride in being the queen of the planet Earth. You should take pride in being the mother of civilization. You should love yourself so much. Once you learn that the mother is the first nurse, the mother is the first teacher, the mother is the first doctor. Once you learn, Black woman, that you are the queen of the planet Earth, that you are the second self, not of man, but the second self of God, that you are the womb of man. That's why we call you woman. Once you learn that about yourself, your value should be so high, sister, that you stop giving people discounts. See, if you really knew who you were, Black woman, you come on off that clearance rack and get back behind the glass where all the real valuable stuff is at. If you really knew your value, then you wouldn't have to show your behind. You would have your mind